All right, talk to talk. 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock show, baby. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how y'all doing, man? What's going on? I hope everything's good for everybody. All right, so today's episode, we're going to be talking about Joe Budden's speaks on this whole academic situation, and I am surprised by their response, certain things that were said. I got to talk about. So before we get into that, I got to get my spiel. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing if you're new here. Let me work on your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones at. Just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Cash App, no one PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers to over 13, 14, 15,000. And yes, I am the king of the North. Also, make sure you check out the big surprise video that I dropped. You know what I'm saying? The big announcement video. It's going to say on there, big announcement. So make sure you check it out and tell me what y'all think. All right, man. So look, we're going to get into this, man. Yeah, let's get it. All right, man. So let's get to it, man. This is going to be an interesting one. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I read some of the comments on this and I got a lot to say. That's all I'm going to say. I got a lot to say. So let's get it.
YouTube. Chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, Chicks.
Salute to Chicks Smooth.
Hey, Chicks Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while.
Yeah, I had to pause it because I didn't want it to.
I just
The one part.
subscribe to your shit too, bro.
Well, here we are, you guys. Now, over the last couple of days, a lot of you guys have been in my comments asking me, yo, Chicks, is Joe Budden gonna speak on academics on his podcast? Will Joe Budden be brave enough to actually touch on it? Pause, by the way. And I'll be honest with you guys, I did not have any faith that Joe Budden was going to speak on the issues that academics has going on.
I definitely thought that Joe was going to say something. And because I totally believe Joe is a realist when it comes to certain things. I don't think Joe is subscribed to, for the most part that I've been following Joe, he's never been subscribed to other people's ideology. He's always kind of had his own mind of thinking. He even called out some of his best friends. So I definitely knew that he was going to call out academics. But let's see what he does.
For the last couple of years, it seems like Joe Budden and academics have a pact where, hey, if I got some shit going on in the media, don't talk about it, don't post it, and I'll be sure to return the same favor back to you. If you got some ish going on in the media, I'm not going to talk about it on my podcast, and we're good. And also,
I don't know where you got that from. I don't know where you got that from. Maybe you thought that. Maybe you said that. And I mean, I didn't catch that, but I never heard Joe Budden say that. Maybe you just, I don't know. I didn't hear you say that. So maybe I didn't hear it, but I don't believe Joe ever said that.
over the weekend, somebody asked Joe while he was on Twitter Spaces, hey, big dog, is there any chance that you would talk about the academics grooming allegations on your podcast? Now, this was on Saturday, January 25th. And the way Joe answered it made it seem like he was not going to speak on it. Here's what Joe said.
It wasn't on my docket, if that's what you're asking me.
Man, I don't know.
That's messy.
He gang, but the shit was kind of messy.
Remember,
When-
blessed
when-
space, Joe. Blessed space.
Well, no, let's stay here for a second. Because I like when people do this. The whole, you gonna touch on this on the pod?
I'm a supporter. I was a chat. Actually, I kind of got introduced to your community through his everyday struggle. So,
Okay.
Well, hey, that's where you wrong, because it wasn't his community. It was Joe's. That was his idea that he pitched, which was the greatest show ever. I don't know why they ended that show. Well, we all know why, but yeah, that was the greatest show ever, man. Oh my God.
I just want to see, like, what's the temperature? Like, I'm saying, it didn't look like it was too bad, but just didn't know your thoughts on it.
We gotta see. We gotta see what's going on. I had to have this talk with my dad yesterday because his wife knows how to use the internet. Joey, did you see what happened with academics?
Oh man.
Oh man, but I don't typically like speaking on none of that stream chat, back dark Discord shit that y'all got going on over there.
Yeah, it
But
get a little weird. Get a little weird. Shit.
yeah, that's not mine. That's not my region. That's for y'all. I heard his apology though.
But surprise, surprise. After the news came out today,
That's one thing. That's one thing that I can agree on. I don't have a Twitch account, and if I did, it wouldn't be to talk to people. I would just have it just to game because I like gaming. But that's all I'll have it for. I won't be on there. Like, people have turned Twitch into a social media app where you talking to people. No gaming, just having conversations, just like it's Instagram or something. Like, I don't get it.
that DJ Akademiks was banned on Twitch, the story then became too unavoidable for Joe Budden not to talk about it on his podcast. And while Joe was talking about the Akademiks Twitch ban, he also went on to call out DJ Akademiks for having that very inappropriate conversation with the 15-year-old boy Noor. Here's what Joe said.
They're saying Ak has been permanently banned from Twitch.
I saw that.
I just saw that, yeah. They're also saying that Steak unfollowed him. I haven't fact-checked these things, but just a quick peruse on the phone said that just now.
Damn. Wow. Yikes.
That's ugly.
Yeah.
What does banned from Twitch mean?
Can't stream, can't do
That's
nothing.
it. You're done.
You could ban me from using Twitch?
I didn't understand that either until I started to do a little research. And ban from Twitter, not Twitter, from Twitch. If you are banned from Twitch and you are a big streamer, that's a big deal. Especially if you are making money on there. It's a big deal. But I know Ak has different income resources. You have different streaming incomes. So one, who knows, one might not really affect him. Who knows? But to me, you making more money than me. And if you losing that type of money, shit, man, come on.
Twitch?
It's a platform.
Yeah, to take your account. But the account that
No,
that
but he had, I think, some type of special deal with them.
The account
And I've had a deal with Twitch, and it's in that contract where there's certain shit if any of this happened.
What I will say about that, actually, he put on a masterclass in how to not handle something. He did eventually come around, and say the right things and apologize, and I was wrong, and we got to be held accountable, and us streamers have a large audience, so we got to love the kids and be kind. He did all of that, but it was after
the fact.
It was after he said some other things, and part of the other things was, what the fuck y'all gonna do? Cancel me? You can't.
Can't cancel something that you didn't help build.
Which I guess might be true if you're talking about fans, but it's not true when you're talking about companies.
That's 100% facts. When the thing is, fans are gonna be fans, and fans will be fanboys. I'm telling you, there are some people who will justify certain things because they are a fanboy, and they will go to the end of the earth for you. They don't care. They're a fanboy, and I'm telling y'all, believe it or not, Ak has a lot of fanboys. He has a lot of people who is dependent on his stream. They would never let him go. They'll never let him go because he does things that most people probably would never do. You know what I'm saying? So
You can ask the Fresh and Fit when they got demonetized off of YouTube, and like it's a thing. So
Ye said that. Adidas, what they gonna do? They can't get rid of me. And they got rid of him. But he ended up, I'm just saying, companies. I wouldn't go around challenging companies. Right. I wouldn't be double daring companies to cancel.
And the companies react off the people.
Yeah.
Enough noise make them.
Enough of that noise. Y'all think that these companies are not reading tweets and checking the temperament on some of them contracts they got? You are wrong. Let me be the one to.
That's 100% facts. a lot of these companies they have people who navigate and follow you around on social media, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, they making money, but they're looking at it like, are you an asset or a liability? Whatever. They're looking at it from that point of view. If they can actually get you out of here after they done made enough money from you, because all they doing is just using you to get people to come on that platform. That's it. But once they get the people on that platform, and if you get banned, they said people already subscribed already. They made their money. They don't care about you. They literally don't. They get you out of here quick.
There's a bigger message here, you know, and I fuck with Axe, so I'm gonna be mindful.
That's the downside to having that kind of stan culture fan.
Mm-hmm.
The downside is they standing for whatever your action is. So if it's bad and they put enough noise on it, the people that you in bed with that wouldn't have seen it, they see it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, go ahead. What are you saying, Flip?
No, like, so the bigger message is that, you know, how, because they use the certain words like grooming and stuff like that. They're just using these words that is foreign to us. And I hate to say where we come from or how we grew up, and not making an excuse, but you are a product of your environment, meaning that when it comes to teenage boys or whatever, we encourage them to, yo, get that girl or do that. We had those conversations. It's been like that since the older niggas around me did it with me. I did it with my son, you know what I mean? Not saying that it's right, it is wrong. Now
if you acknowledge it as wrong, then what are you saying?
Okay. All right. So, man, I'm going to tell y'all right now, what he's saying is facts. That's facts. There is a deeper problem that we have, and you can acknowledge that there's a deeper problem and still say that Akademiks was wrong. I'm just going to tell y'all right now. I don't want it to be what people say, you agree with Ak. You agree with Ak. I made 100 videos not agreeing with Ak. I think what he did was disgusting. Let's just put that there, right there, before you go anywhere, buddy. Before you start to type, buddy. Right there. Stay right there. What Flip is saying is it's a deeper problem that we have in society where some people believe that this is okay. This is what he's saying. Where he's from, he was taught that and he passed it down. That's what he's saying. He's not agreeing with what Ak did. He's saying that it was taught to him. It's like generational trauma passed down. I know a lot of y'all don't want to acknowledge that, and y'all probably taking it as somebody's giving Ak a out. No, we're not. Because things have changed. Times have changed. It's up to you to understand that people are not going to give a fuck about your trauma when it comes down to kids. That's the thing. Nobody's going to care. But what he's saying is there's a deeper problem because some people don't look at it the way we look at it. You should be able to have an open dialogue or a conversation about something like this because it's very important, especially us as black men. We need to understand the nuances of these different conversations. I know a lot of y'all hate to hear it, but it's the truth.
I'm acknowledging that it's wrong, but I'm saying that it's not foreign. That behavior. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not new. You know what I mean? Like, if of course,
Great.
So, that's what I'm saying. I think it's wrong.
So
100%.
we're in a place today where that behavior is being checked and people are being educated on things.
And I agree.
I think
but you have to learn it. There are consequences. Yeah, and you have to learn it.
Okay, now let me speak on that because that's very important. It's not other people's, you gotta understand, right? What Joe just said is 100% facts. That we're living in a society now where those behaviors are not acceptable. You know what I'm saying? What Flip is saying is a lot of people don't know that. And it's not giving an excuse for what he did. He's just giving y'all what it is and how it's played out in certain societies, people don't look at it the way we look at it. I'm saying people don't care. If you didn't learn something, they don't give a fuck. They look at it like, well, and I'm one of those people, you should have learned. You should have learned. Because guess what? There's a certain law in this country where it says, I believe if you do something, ignorance isn't an excuse for the law. So let's say, for instance, you trespassed somewhere and didn't know that you trespassed on something. It's not an excuse. That's how they look at it. If they wrote the law yesterday and you crossed something, that if they look at it like, well, you didn't know, but it's still a law. That's how it is. So what Flip is saying, that maybe they need to re-educate some of these people when it comes to this, but it's still not an excuse, because guess what? We're living in different times. So you can't say that now. You can say it because it's the truth, but at the same time, you have to acknowledge that times have changed and people look at things differently. And guess what? I believe Flip is from the islands too. The people in the islands might not care, but people here care. That's the thing. Just like if I was to go somewhere in the islands and do something, and I said, well, we don't do that in America. We do it like this. They're not going to care. It's not an excuse. It's not. What's wrong is wrong. That's it. And whether we want to use the argument of nuance, so be it, nigga. That's what it is. But what he did was terrible and it was wrong. 100%.
Real time. See, everybody act like they smart and they fucking overnight, they learn how to abide by society rules and shit like that and what's right and wrong. You have to learn in real time when you're taught something, especially niggas from the Caribbean. Like, these things are, like, you have to acknowledge that nobody wants to go to the source of things. They just want to point and laugh and blame. And I'm not saying anything with Ak. I'm not even co-signing him.
Ak was wrong.
He's cool. He was 100% wrong.
Dead wrong.
100% wrong. Period. Point blank, especially if the young man is saying what he's saying. I've seen things like that. That's what I'm saying. I've seen
and
it.
It's cool.
But that goes back to my argument about people don't want to hear the excuse, because even though what Flip is saying is actually true, what did Joe say? He was wrong. That's all they care about. They don't care about anything else. They only care about how you got to this point. They don't care about how you got to this point. They care about you at this point right now. You get what I'm saying? If you did something to a minor and you say, well, the practice is in somewhere over there, we do it there. They don't care about that. Well, I understand Flip's argument, but his argument is not in void. It falls on deaf ears because the society has changed. It doesn't matter if he was raised that way. If you were raised by a bunch of wolves and then you come into a society that's ran by a bunch of cats and you start howling, ooh, the cat's gonna be like, what the hell is this nigga doing? That's how it is, man.
To be wrong and then go sit with it by yourself.
Yeah, don't be wrong and strong. That's what.
Or if you want to be wrong and strong, you don't have to put a camera on.
Got it.
You don't have to live stream you in your learning process.
Got it, yeah.
You don't. You could take that privately. His brand is not speaking to 15-year-old.
I definitely disagree with that. I disagree with that. I think Akademiks should live stream everything he does when it comes to this. Don't hide it, because number one, you should put it out there 100%, because you went after other people for certain things. You went after Meek, you went after Kendrick, you went after everybody. No, you have to live stream everything you do wrong too. Everything. If you wrong, we need to see it in real time, because you was headhunting everybody. So we need to see it. So I disagree with that with Joe. Wrong and strong, no, we need to see all of this, because you made a living off of being, not a living, but you made some money off of being controversial and talking down on people. So no. Don't try to hide it now. We need to see every bit of it. 100% of it. We need to see it. With the we need to see it.
Boys like that.
No.
No,
Correct. I'm not. I'm talking about. You said you don't have to learn in real time with the camera on. I think that's part of his brand, though. Whatever I'm experiencing or whatever I'm talking about,
that's what I'm saying.
I have to cut the camera on. Like, again, this is a different generation. They don't know how to turn the cameras off.
Unlearn it.
And you learn it.
Unlearn it. I'm not here to fucking preach.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to preach to nobody. It's difficult to unlearn things.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So if that is a habit and a tendency where, hey, I'm living my life in front of the camera, so they're just going to see it. I invented that, actually. And where some of us come from, to me, is not an excuse to groom. Like to say, I don't really know what that is. Okay, I understand that and I receive that. I ain't gonna pretend like I really knew all the ins and outs about what grooming is either. But I also identified that there's plenty of grown men running around here not knowing that they were abused. As an adult, I would hope you learn, listen, you shouldn't, this is...
Then your argument, you defeating your own argument, Joe. Like, you're defeating your own argument by saying that. Well, not even you ain't defeating your argument. You basically is saying the same thing I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter, because there are a lot of grown men out here that run around here and don't understand nothing. But society don't care about that. They don't care about if you don't know, because it's not their responsibility for you to learn. That's the thing. And some things are common sense. And what Act did was common sense. You should not be given, and Act is not stupid. Given the society we live in now, there's no way that he did not know you shouldn't be talking to a teenager like that. 100% he was wrong. And I don't make no excuses for him. Even though what Flip was saying is actually true, people do come from certain places, but it doesn't matter. Because if you look at it from this point of view, Akademiks is not stupid. His man right now is complaining to UMG that he is being called a sexual predator and he likes minors. His man, the one that's not even coming to save him, his man. You know what I'm saying? So this is all I'm saying. So if you got that type of behavior, you know what I'm saying, and you know that this is in front of you, you talking to a minor like this, you should know better than that. He should know better than that. He already learned it off of other people's different things. He learned it. He talked about it. So he knew he was wrong. He probably just was in the heat of the moment just saying whatever because he thought it was funny. But he knew.
Wrong. This is wrong.
That's the underlying part right there. Like,
so if you crack a joke, if you crack a joke and ask your 17-year-old brothers, yo, you fucking girls yet?
I'm not cracking a joke. That's not a joke. I'm asking my little brothers what's happening with you sexually. Yeah. It's not a joking matter. So and if the 15...
I don't know about that, Joe. I definitely seen you talking to younger guys. Bro, I don't know about that. I was maybe me. You ain't talk to younger guys like Act did, but I seen you talk to people in a joking manner about women, bro. I seen it. It might not have been your brother, but it was in a joking manner. I seen it with my own eyes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Again. And I'm not defending what he's saying, but when it comes to family, that's different. And I'm just going to leave it at that. That's 100% different. You're not talking to your family the same way you would talk to a stranger. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to talk to your son and say certain things that Axe said to that boy. You're not going to talk to your son like that. No one does that. So that I don't understand why that's even a play into this argument, because that's stupid. Family is totally different from talking to somebody like that. That's all I'm saying.
18-year-old is sitting there telling you, hey,
I agree with
wrong.
that.
This is grooming. I'm uncomfortable. You're going to put us in a case.
Yeah.
Then it's probably the time.
Now, props to Joe for not shying away from having that conversation. Joe did not change the topic. He did not throw in random hypotheticals. He also was not trying to play devil's advocate with that conversation. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was actually very surprised that Joe kept it real. If you guys look around, a lot of your favorite media personalities are not speaking on it, or they'll quickly change the topic to something irrelevant. It's okay to come out and say, yo, Ak was dead wrong. I believe even Akademiks himself came out on stream and said, hey, if anybody wants to call me out for being dead wrong, that's fine. I'll take that. I know I was wrong. Just imagine if this was somebody like Drake that was caught on recording talking to a 15-year-old crazy like this. Every single media personality in the world will be doing a 24/7 live stream. I know it's gotta be tough when you're trying to maintain a relationship with somebody and some wild shit like this happens. But no matter what, you gotta have integrity and morals and call a spade a spade. Listen, man, you guys get in the comments below.
Yeah, man. Chink Smooth is like that. I'm glad Joe didn't sit there and play devil's advocate. But I like conversations like that because there is some light that need to be shined on certain things that's being said. Some people look at it from a point of view of they don't want to hear anything from anybody. You know what I'm saying? From any side. I acknowledge that what Akademiks did was wrong, but you always got to talk about where the root problem came from. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to talk about, we don't want to talk about, okay, so all the young men are killing each other in Chicago, right? Or Philadelphia. But we don't want to talk about the root problem of it. We just want to talk about, oh, they shouldn't be doing this. But where is this coming from? You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to talk about, and that's what we need to discuss. And if we can capture that, we can stop this behavior going forward. Now, again, we have to do it that way. But for the people who are doing these things, they got to realize that there's no excuse for you no more. Because Akademiks knows that was wrong. There's no excuse for him. And that's not an excuse. What Flip is saying isn't an excuse. He's saying that these things take place still. It's not an excuse. It's just acknowledging that these things take place. I know it's hard for y'all to understand that because some of y'all will be like, no, bro, he is making an excuse. No, he's not. He said it was wrong. How many times do we have to say it's wrong before you say, okay, yeah, you want him to say it's wrong and then that's it? You don't want to bring up, well, these things happen to me. He suffers from the same trauma. He can't speak on his trauma. It has to be, oh, he has to just agree with you. That's what you're saying? No. So, but anyway, thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all for being here with me every day. Thank y'all, man. 6 o'clock show coming up. You know what it is, man. I'll see y'all. Peace. Bye. Where's the thing at? I don't know. Right there it is. All right, here we go. See, there we go. Hey.